All right, so we're diving into something pretty major today, pancreatic cancer treatment.
Oh, yeah.
And, probably everyone knows the stats by now. This is one of the toughest cancers to beat.
Absolutely.
Yeah, as of 2024, survival rates were still just kind of hovering around 12.8%.
Wait.
But hold on, because we've got some research that's offering a real shot at changing all that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, personalized mRNA vaccines.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really incredible.
Yeah, it's really exciting stuff.
Yeah, what's got the scientific community buzzing is the potential these vaccines are showing in extending how long people live after diagnosis and slashing the chances of it coming back.
Yeah, that's the kind of news that gives you goosebumps.
Yeah.
And it's not just theoretical, right? We've got actual trial results to dig into.
Oh, absolutely. There's a trial using a vaccine called autogene cevumeran.
Okay.
The findings are pretty remarkable. We're seeing immune responses that are lasting for years, some cases pushing 4 years.
4 years? That's unheard of with pancreatic cancer.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So how are these vaccines doing that? What makes them different from, say, a flu shot?
Well, that's the really fascinating part. These aren't your generic off-the-shelf vaccines. We're talking about personalized medicine here.
Okay.
Each vaccine is tailored to the individual patient using the unique mutations found in their tumor.
Okay.
Think of it like a fingerprint for their cancer.
Right.
We call those mutations neoantigens.
Okay, so I'm picturing taking a sample of the tumor and somehow turning that into a custom-made weapon.
Yeah.
But walk me through that process. How do we actually get from tumor sample to vaccine?
It all starts during surgery while the tumor is being removed.
Okay.
A sample is taken and undergoes some serious genetic analysis.
Right.
And this pinpoints those unique neoantigens, those telltale markers that are specific to that patient's cancer.
So you're saying their cancer is unique?
Absolutely. And that's the key.
Got it.
We're creating a treatment that's only going after those specific markers.
So it's not attacking healthy cells, just the cancer cells.
That's the idea.
That's amazing, but how does mRNA actually do that?
Think of mRNA as a set of instructions sent directly to your cells.
Okay.
In this case, the mRNA in the vaccine instructs your cells to produce proteins that perfectly mimic those unique neoantigens we found on the cancer cells.
So it's like teaching the immune system, hey, this is the enemy, this is what to look for and destroy.
You got it, and that's what's got everyone so excited.
Right.
We're seeing the immune system activated to target those specific cancer cells, effectively turning the body's own defenses against the tumor.
Talk about turning the tables, but I remember reading that traditional immunotherapies haven't had much success with pancreatic cancer. Something about the tumor being sneaky and hiding from the immune system.
You're spot on. Pancreatic cancer is notorious for creating an environment that actually suppresses the immune system,
Wow.
making it really difficult for traditional immunotherapies to get a foothold. But these new mRNA vaccines seem to be able to penetrate that shield and trigger that targeted immune response we're looking for.
Okay, back to the autogene cevumeran trial you mentioned.
Right.
Let's get into the nitty-gritty. What kind of results are we actually seeing in patients?
Out of the 16 patients, 8 of them showed incredibly strong and long-lasting immune responses. And here's where it gets really compelling. The patients who responded to the vaccine had their risk of the cancer coming back plummet.
Really?
We're talking a hazard ratio of 0.08. To put that in perspective, it means those patients were 92% less likely to experience a recurrence.
Wow, that's huge.
It is.
It sounds like this could be a whole new era for pancreatic cancer treatment.
It really could be. And to confirm these initial findings, there's a larger phase 2 trial underway that's enrolling 260 patients globally. This trial will compare the vaccine strategy combined with standard treatment against standard treatment alone.
Okay.
If it confirms the initial findings, we could be talking about a major shift in how we approach pancreatic cancer. But it's not all.
Oh, there's more.
There's more exciting research brewing in the world of personalized cancer vaccines.
I knew there had to be. Tell me more. What other avenues are researchers exploring?
Well, the research isn't limited to just this one type of vaccine. We're also seeing promising results from trials using peptide-based vaccines, which work a bit differently.
Okay, I'm all ears. What's the difference, and are they achieving similar results?
With peptide-based vaccines, instead of using mRNA to deliver instructions, scientists are directly introducing synthetic peptides that represent those neoantigens. Think of it as skipping a step. We're directly presenting the immune system with the target it needs to attack.
So it's a more direct approach. Fascinating. Are they seeing the same kind of long-term responses?
That's what's so encouraging. Some of these trials are showing impressive 3-year survival rates. which is a significant leap forward for pancreatic cancer treatment.
This is incredible. We're moving from extending survival by a few months to talking about years.
It is.
But there's one more thing you mentioned that really piqued my curiosity: preventative vaccines. How is it even possible to create a vaccine that prevents cancer?
It might sound like science fiction, but the concept of preventative cancer vaccines is gaining serious traction.
Wow.
The basic idea is to target those red flags, genetic markers or proteins that are frequently found in specific cancers, including pancreatic cancer. By vaccinating against these red flags, we could potentially prime the immune system to recognize and eliminate cancer cells even before a tumor forms.
So it's like giving the immune system a wanted poster for cancer cells, saying, if you see this, take it down, no questions asked.
It's all about early detection and intervention, stopping cancer in its tracks. Of course, we're still in the early stages of research, but the potential impact is enormous, especially for cancers like pancreatic cancer, where early detection is often the key to survival.
This is also groundbreaking. It feels like we're on the verge of a paradigm shift in cancer treatment, one where personalized medicine takes center stage. But what does that actually look like? What other areas of cancer treatment are being revolutionized by this personalized approach?
Well, we're seeing this shift towards personalized medicine in several areas. One example is CAR T-cell therapy.
I've heard of that. It sounds incredibly high-tech.
It is. With CAR T-cell therapy, we're actually taking a patient's own immune cells and genetically engineering them to target and destroy cancer cells. It's like creating a personalized army of immune warriors specifically designed to fight that individual's cancer.
Okay, that is straight out of a sci-fi movie. What other examples are there?
Another area is targeted therapies, which are drugs that zero in on the specific genetic mutations driving a particular cancer by analyzing a patient's tumor DNA. We can identify those mutations and select the most effective therapies tailored to their specific cancer.
So it's all about moving away from that one-size-fits-all approach and embracing the uniqueness of each patient's cancer.
Exactly. That's the beauty of personalized medicine. It recognizes that every patient's cancer journey is unique, requiring a tailored approach. It's about giving patients the best possible chance of beating this disease, and it's already leading to incredible results.
This is all so much to take in, but in the best way possible. I think our listeners are going to need some time to digest all of this incredible information. Let's pick things up in part 2 of our deep dive.
Sounds good. Welcome back.
It's amazing to see such a huge leap forward in pancreatic cancer treatment, isn't it?
It is. It's really remarkable. And it's not just CAR T-cell therapy. We're seeing incredible advancements in targeted therapies, too.
Yeah.
Remember, those are the drugs that are designed to zero in on the specific genetic mutations driving a particular cancer.
Right. It's like having a guided missile that only hits the cancer cells, leaving healthy cells unharmed.
Exactly.
But how do we even know which mutations to target?
It all starts with analyzing the patient's tumor DNA.
Okay.
By mapping out the genetic makeup of their cancer, we can identify those unique mutations that are fueling its growth. Think of it like finding the cancer's Achilles heel.
Oh, I see.
Once we know what's driving it,
Yeah.
we can select therapies that specifically target those vulnerabilities.
So we're basically cutting off the cancer's fuel supply. That's brilliant. It seems like this personalized approach is really shaking things up in the world of cancer treatment. But, with all this talk about high-tech therapies and genetic analysis, I can't help but wonder about the cost. Are these treatments going to be accessible to everyone who needs them?
That's a crucial question right now. These personalized therapies can be quite expensive.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. As research progresses and technologies become more efficient, the costs are likely to come down. And in the long run, preventing or effectively treating cancer early on could actually lead to lower healthcare costs overall.
That makes sense. If we can stop cancer in its tracks, we're avoiding all those costly late-stage treatments down the road. It's an investment in a healthier future. But let's shift gears for a moment and circle back to those preventative vaccines we were talking about. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the idea of preventing cancer with a vaccine. It sounds almost too good to be true. Can you give us a little more detail about how these vaccines actually work?
Of course, remember we were talking about those red flags, those genetic markers or proteins that are commonly found in specific cancers, including pancreatic cancer.
Right, like a cancer's calling card, something that sets it apart from healthy cells.
Exactly. Preventative vaccines are designed to train the immune system to recognize and attack those specific markers even before a tumor forms.
So it's like giving the immune system a crash course in cancer identification, saying, hey, if you see this suspicious character lurking around, don't hesitate to take it down.
That's a great analogy, and there are a couple of ways to do this. One approach is to use synthetic peptides that mimic those red flags. Think of it like creating a wanted poster for the immune system.
Oh, okay.
Another approach is to use genetically modified viruses that display those red flags on their surface.
So we're basically showing the immune system exactly what to look for and how to eliminate it. That's incredible. But how do researchers even know which red flags to target? Are they just randomly searching for things that look suspicious?
Not at all. It's a very targeted and strategic process. Researchers are using the power of genomics and big data analysis to pinpoint those genetic markers that are consistently found in specific cancers. They're sifting through mountains of data, looking for those telltale signs that distinguish cancer cells from healthy cells.
It sounds like detective work on a molecular level. So where do things stand right now in terms of developing these preventative vaccines? Are there any promising candidates in the pipeline?
Absolutely, there are a number of promising clinical trials underway. One particularly interesting approach involves targeting a protein called mesothelin, which is often found in high levels in pancreatic cancer cells.
Mesothelin, got it. And how are they targeting it with a vaccine?
Researchers are developing vaccines that stimulate the immune system to recognize and attack cells that have mesothelin on their surface. It's like teaching the immune system to seek and destroy any cell displaying that particular red flag. The hope is that this could eliminate those precancerous cells before they have a chance to develop into a tumor.
Wow, that's really promising. It seems like we're moving from treating cancer to actually preventing it, but, we've been focusing a lot on pancreatic cancer. Are there other cancers where these preventative vaccines are showing potential?
Absolutely. Researchers are exploring preventative vaccines for a range of cancers, including breast cancer, lung cancer, and melanoma. It's a rapidly evolving field, and there's a lot of excitement surrounding the potential of these vaccines to fundamentally change the way we approach cancer care.
It's truly mind-blowing. But, while we're celebrating these incredible breakthroughs, I think it's important to acknowledge the challenges that come with this new era of personalized medicine.
You're absolutely right. It's not all smooth sailing. There are definitely hurdles to overcome.
Like, what are some of the biggest challenges facing this field?
One of the biggest challenges is ensuring equitable access to these treatments. Personalized therapies can be very expensive, and we need to make sure that everyone who needs them can access them regardless of their income or location.
That's a really important point. We don't want to create a system where only the wealthy can benefit from these life-saving treatments.
Exactly. It's a matter of social justice and ensuring that everyone has a fair chance at a healthy life. Another challenge is the sheer complexity of these treatments. They require a high level of expertise and specialized equipment, which can be a barrier in some healthcare settings.
Right. It's not as simple as just giving someone a pill. It requires a whole team of specialists and sophisticated technology.
You got it. And then there's the issue of data privacy and security. We're talking about gathering a lot of personal health information, including genetic data, and we need to make absolutely sure that this information is protected from misuse.
That's a huge concern. We
Yeah.
don't want to create a system where people's health information is vulnerable to hacking or discrimination.
Absolutely. We need to build in strong safeguards and regulations to protect sensitive health information. It's a crucial aspect of responsible innovation.
I agree. It's about finding the right balance, embracing the incredible potential of personalized medicine while addressing the ethical and logistical challenges that come with it. It's a complex landscape, but I'm confident that we can navigate it thoughtfully and create a future where everyone benefits from these incredible breakthroughs.
I share your optimism, and it's important to remember that we all have a role to play in shaping this future. We can support organizations funding pancreatic cancer research, advocate for policies that promote equitable access to health care, and spread awareness about the importance of early detection and prevention.
Those are all great points. Every action, no matter how small, can contribute to creating a healthier world. But for now, I think our listeners are eager to hear more about the patient experience. We've talked a lot about the science and the technology, but what does all this mean for the people who are actually facing a pancreatic cancer diagnosis? How does this personalized approach impact their journey?
That's a great question, and it's one we'll delve into right after a short break.
Welcome back to our deep dive into pancreatic cancer vaccine breakthroughs. We were talking about the challenges of personalized medicine, but I'm really curious to hear how this personalized approach is changing the patient experience.
Yeah, that's a crucial aspect of this whole revolution in cancer care. It's not just about developing cutting-edge treatments. It's about empowering patients and making their journey a little less daunting.
So it's not just about treating the disease, it's about treating the whole person.
Exactly. Personalized medicine recognizes that every individual is unique.
Right.
And their experience with cancer will be unique as well. It's about tailoring the treatment plan not only to their specific tumor, but also to their lifestyle, their preferences, and their emotional needs.
That makes a lot of sense. But can you give us some concrete examples of how this actually plays out in practice?
Sure, one of the biggest impacts is on patient empowerment.
Okay.
When patients understand their own unique cancer and the rationale behind their personalized treatment plan, they feel more in control. They're not just passively receiving treatment, they're actively participating in their own care.
It takes away some of that feeling of helplessness that can come with a cancer diagnosis.
Exactly. And it can also improve communication between doctors and patients.
Oh, okay.
When doctors can explain a patient's cancer in terms of their individual genetic makeup and tumor characteristics, it fosters a deeper understanding and a stronger sense of trust.
It's like they're speaking the same language, which can make a huge difference in the patient's overall experience.
Absolutely. And let's not forget the emotional and psychological benefits.
Right.
Facing a cancer diagnosis is incredibly stressful,
Oh, yeah.
but personalized medicine can offer a glimmer of hope when patients see that their treatment is specifically designed for them based on their unique situation. It can give them a sense of optimism and a fighting spirit.
It's like a ray of light in a dark time.
Exactly. And it can also help reduce anxiety and fear.
Okay.
When patients understand their treatment plan and feel confident in their doctor's approach, they're less likely to be overwhelmed by the unknown.
So it's not just about extending life, it's about improving the quality of life for those facing this challenging diagnosis.
Precisely, personalized medicine recognizes that cancer treatment is about more than just killing cancer cells. It's about caring for the whole person, their physical, emotional, and psychological well-being. And these personalized vaccines we've been discussing, especially those preventative vaccines, are at the forefront of this shift toward a more patient-centered approach to cancer care.
It's truly incredible to think that we might be able to prevent cancer altogether one day. But, with all this talk about prevention, it's easy to get swept up in the excitement. Should we be tempering our expectations a little bit?
Well, it's definitely important to be realistic. While we're making tremendous strides in cancer prevention and treatment,
Mm.
it's unlikely that we'll ever completely eradicate all forms of cancer. The human body is incredibly complex, and there will always be new challenges to address.
So it's about progress, not perfection.
Exactly. It's about continually striving to improve human health and well-being, knowing that there will always be new frontiers to explore. And these pancreatic cancer vaccine breakthroughs are a testament to that spirit of exploration, reminding us that even in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges, we can make remarkable progress when we combine scientific ingenuity with a relentless pursuit of a healthier future.
It's inspiring to see how far we've come and exciting to imagine where we might go from here. But before we wrap up, I want to remind our listeners that they have a role to play in this journey.
Oh, absolutely. We can all contribute to advancing medical research and ensuring that these breakthroughs reach those who need them most. We can support organizations funding pancreatic cancer research, participate in clinical trials, and spread awareness about the importance of early detection and prevention.
Every action, no matter how small, can make a difference.
Exactly. And together we can create a future where personalized medicine empowers individuals, improves outcomes, and transforms healthcare for the better.
That's a powerful message of hope and a perfect note to end on. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into pancreatic cancer vaccine breakthroughs. We hope you've learned something new and feel inspired by the incredible progress being made in the fight against this disease.
It's been a pleasure exploring this fascinating topic with you. And remember, this is just the beginning. The world of medical research is constantly evolving, and we can't wait to share more exciting discoveries with you in the future.
Until then, stay curious, stay engaged, and stay hopeful. The future of medicine is bright, and together we can make it even brighter.